Hey guys, Nick here. Gotta do a different kind of video today. Got home from work, long day, and then I got a bunch of packages. So it was like Christmas all over again, but in summer. So, quick rundown on what I got, and just kind of go over what I will be doing for my future videos. Got a few things in the works right now. I'm gonna be making like a how-to video and a few more deck profiles, so look forward to that. Got that coming out soon. Also, this video is going to be my my opinion on Zazan. Usually I don't like making opinion videos because I'm not really qualified, I would say, to share like how to improve your own personal Vanguard skills and whatnot. But I'm a big premium fan, player, whatever you want to call it. I do enjoy standard, but with what Zazan is doing and some of the things that that I've been kind of testing around with, not a big fan of it. The reason I bring that up also is because the stuff that I got in the mail was actually going to be used to build a deck, and it's getting a little skewered. So let me just share what I got. Quick one is I managed to get 2 more boxes of the extra booster volume 2. This is the original Bermuda set, so I still didn't get an SP yet, so I want to try my luck again. I got these from Hammer Girl Anime. I'll put a link in the description where I picked these up. What was really nice of them is that they did throw in this counter here, so that was kind of cool. I appreciate that. If you guys can, try to buy something from them, give them some love, because Hammer Girl is actually stationed out in New York, and with everything that's been going on, I imagine that that business is having a difficult time. So anyway, getting that out of the way, I just wanted to share that. In the mail, these are the cards that I got. Had to go through a bunch of people because they all didn't sell it. But anyway, first let's go. I got these in the mail. I got the white and black duo Prism Perfect Guard, and I got Mermaid Idol Ellie. Originally, I was hoping to get the SP duo black, but the price wasn't what I would like it, so didn't pick that up. But I still wanted to have the set anyway, so I bought one, and I was able to get the duo white SP at a very good price. I think I paid like $4 for it, so, or $3, something like that. So what a good deal. I bought it, and then I got the Ellie art, Ellie Perfect Guard. This is the classic vanilla, doesn't have any effects. Well, these don't have effects either, but regular Perfect Guards. This is like this is actually a reprint of Ellie, so it's different art. You can get Ellie in this set, and if you want to know what the art looks like, just check out one of my other videos. I did manage to get one, so check that out. I also got a play set of this Shushu card. I got Shushu Blanc. I think that's how you pronounce it. Picked these up because they were very cheap. I actually have a few of these already, but I always throw them in the cart. Just got these off TCG Player. They're not expensive. The art is from the Key, people up from Key. So it will look familiar if you either watch or play Clannad or Little Busters. Things like that. Great art. So I picked those up. I think I only paid like $2, like I said. So $2 each, not that expensive. And then I got 2 SP REITs, or REIT. So, very cheap also. Cool art. Got Hatsune Miku, so that's cool. And then I also picked up 4 of the Sandy Heel triggers. So, pretty good mail day. In general, I was pretty happy getting these. It's always good that when you buy something online and they all show up. So, that was quite the win. The reason I actually bought these, though, other than trying to collect them, was I planning to build a Highlander Premium deck. I mean, before you guys comment anything, yes, there's two duos here, same name, so I was gonna use this one for the deck. This is just so I can have the set. I already have other perfect guards that I'm messing around with, so I'll have 4 different PGs in the deck. But the reason I was picking these up is because I'm planning to build a premium Highlander deck, and I was, it was fun. I was just sitting around thinking of what I can do. As you know, if you saw the card reveal for Bermuda, you need to have one of each, or well, one of different cards, different card names. They encourage you to make your deck terrible, so you can get the big payoff for your grade 4s. So I was just thinking about how to build the deck, and I bought these. And one of my buddies just pretty much said, hey, if you're planning to build a Bermuda Highlander, just make it a Zazan vanilla deck. There's a bunch of vanilla Bermudas already, so you can do a bunch of single Bermuda. And I was like, you know what? That's actually pretty smart. I was trying to figure out like what effects to use. I was going to pretty much just take the standard Highlander deck and just make it even more singleton, if that makes sense. But then the idea of just using a bunch of vanillas, so I don't even have to think about the effects itself. You're just going to be, the only duplicates in the deck will be the Zazan. And so, there's a chance where your deck will brick if you use the skill to look at the top 10 cards of your deck and you happen to see multiple Zazans. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because you're going to be drawing a lot of cards with Zazan already, and a lot of Bermuda cards tend to draw. So hopefully you won't, reveal a bunch of Zazans during the top 10 checks for your skills. So the idea originally for my premium Highlander deck, it was going to be a rush deck that kind of overpowers. I was also looking at Shushu Highlander, or Shushu in a Shushu aggro deck in a sense. So that idea was being thrown around. But I think the most efficient deck would be just the vanilla deck, vanilla Zazan Highlander. Because premium does have a lot of vanilla cards already. So I was just like, that actually might be the way to make the deck. And it's not that great, unfortunately. It's still like, I'm not a big fan of it. Plus, I watched other people's comments and they brought valid points. I enjoy Pale Moon, but to get looped with Songstress doesn't sound fun. And watching the GB8 Spike Brother deck kind of go off and on their little thing, it's not that great. And I actually know a few people that play those clans, so I'll be seeing that a lot. And then actually also do attend a lot of regionals, and those are the decks that I typically lose to. So it's a little biased, maybe, that I don't want to see those decks just get super efficient. If they're gonna do a loop, I kind of want them to work for it. I don't want them to just draw a bunch of Zazans and deny damage and whatever the case is. That doesn't sound like a great time. I might as well just play more standard and take a break from premium, because I just don't want to get steamrolled. I do enjoy, games where they're close. That's why I do like premium a lot, because you will be doing a bunch of combos. Your opponents will be doing a bunch of combos. You can kind of see what their deck's doing, and you can kind of see the results of your deck building skills bear fruit. So that's why I enjoy premium. And standard. Standard is pretty much just put all your triple R's and double R's in your deck and the VRs, and you're kind of done. So there's not a lot of deck building options. That's just my opinion on that. And standard is fun. I enjoy playing standard, but not a big fan on the whole deck building process. People sometimes at the shop would ask me like how to fix their standard deck. I can't really give them much advice on that. I always just tell them just throw in your VRs and triple R's in the deck and you should be fine. and it's not the greatest advice, especially to new players, because the VRs are expensive sometimes and triple Rs are expensive. So not really a fan of just giving that advice on deck building. But for premium, there's common cards you can still use. There's a bunch of rares you can still use. Of course, in the end of the day, you're using a bunch of triple R still and VR still for your deck, because a lot of the standard cards are being integrated into premium. Pretty much everyone's premium deck is just standard, a standard deck with a G zone, with maybe like 4 or 5 of the old cards. Which is okay. That's fine, because standard cards, they got over the whole restrictions that the old GB cards have. A lot of GB cards have they require you to have, you know, face-up G units to use their skills, and so they kind of were slow compared to standard decks. So now with the whole Tempest Sphere and Zazan, you know, that's not an issue anymore, which I think is pretty cool. It'll make a bunch of GB cards playable, but because Zazan is skewering everyone to play vanilla anyway, it kind of doesn't really matter. So if someone says, oh great, you can use a bunch of GB cards, again, because Zazan and Tempest Sphere, they're right, but then also, if you are playing Zazan, you have to throw in vanillas. You're not going to be using GB cards. So, not really sure what the point was for that. So, that's just my rant. You can go ahead and throw it in the comments section that I don't know what I'm talking about, because it's probably right. I have no idea. I kind of want Bushiroad. I mean, I'm on the side where I want Zazan to be banned from the get-go, but I don't know if you've been following the news about, you know, stores in Japan. They're buying Zazans at a high price and selling it for a high price. So I do kind of feel bad if they were to ban it right away and stores got burned by buying those cards off of players, cracking product, and then just selling the card. And then I do feel bad for the players that are buying them. You know, if you buy a Zazan for like $20 and then it gets banned, that kind of blows. So, I'm not a big fan of the ban list, or I'm not a big fan of Zazan getting banned too quickly, but I wouldn't mind for that card to get banned. If you're playing Magic, they introduced some new cards, and a lot of those cards already got banned in their historic formats. So, the sets that don't, the formats that don't really rotate cards out, they introduced a mechanic, and they already got banned in those formats. And then today on Twitter, I just saw that they're going to do another ban list announcement, and they're going to be addressing Companion as a mechanic. So, not sure what they're going to do with that, but you can see, though, that even a big game like Magic, they'll ban cards, even though the set just came out. So, Bushiroad can do the same for sure. I don't see them, why wouldn't they be able to just ban a card when the set dropped? I mean, if you look at the old Ichi, that card got banned. Premium Collection 2019 Ichi, yeah, 2019 Premium Ichi got banned, and that was only out like for 2 months, I think. There was only like a couple of, and during that format, it was team leagues anyway. It wasn't even a BCS, and so there was like two Springfest tournaments that was able to enjoy Ichi. Zazan has no tournament results. As you know, a lot of tournaments were canceled, so we don't really have anything to represent Zazan's performance, so to speak. We just have all of the play testing that people are doing to try out the new cards. And then in Japan, they might do the whole WGP again soon, hopefully, and then we'll see Zazan top. It's kind of weird. I feel like I want to see Zazan not get banned, so we can see a top 8 just filled with Zazan, so Bushiroad can realize that that card wasn't that well designed. The thought is, like, if you ever played Magic when Jace the Mind Sculptor was out, that was quite an oppressive deck. It did warp how people were playing, so Zazan gave me that same feel, if that makes sense. So I know that right now, when that card drops, everyone's going to be skewing more towards a vanilla build. Even though you're playing like a Kagero deck, or you're playing Pale Moon, or whatever the case is. Actually, not Pale Moon. You're actually going to be using skill effects still. But if you're playing anything that doesn't really have a loop, you're just going to be throwing a bunch of vanillas and zazan as an engine because you're going to be hitting high numbers on the grade 2 turn. So why not do that? It's might as well. Someone that plays zazan is going to have an edge over someone who doesn't, and so it's going to require both players to do it. But anyway, that's my rant / what I got in the mail. I'll also flash this because I'm gonna watch this if premium is a cluster of not fun times. So I got this too. That's really neat. I'm not gonna open this on camera because that's not really. I don't really do anime unboxings, and just a little tidbit about myself is that I do buy a bunch of limited edition games and Blu-rays, but I usually don't really open them, just because it's one of those, I have that FOMO feeling where if I don't buy it, it's going to sell out. So pick that up too. So anyway, let me know in the comments on what you guys think about the video, if I should do more like this. I do get a lot of mail, so I can make those into videos if you guys are interested in what I got. And again, just thanks for watching. For more content, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like. I always throw this at the end because it's not sure if people are still there watching, but just throwing it out there. And I'll see you guys in the next video.